Hi, I'm Sai, and this is my first thoughts on the episode 3. Yeah, 3 because the first two is a two-part. Called Orphan 55. I thought it was okay. My first thoughts were just meh. It was a filler episode. I liked some of it, but then it just got sort of boring to me. It was the definition of a filler episode, and I feel as though you do kind of need one of those after the two-part opening. It sort of just gets all the casual fans to sort of ease into the show a bit more. Sorry about my chair. Gets all the casual fans to ease into the show a bit more. Because obviously, if you just keep hitting them with all the technical shit and all the story arcs and stuff that like people who are watching it on like a now and again basis, they won't understand the plot lines and stuff. So I do see why we need filler episodes, but this one just sort of felt a bit too fillery. To me, it was sort of on the same lines of a lot of people accused, what was it, the Lodger and Closing Time from Matt Smith era and stuff like, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, it's a filler episode. What can you say? James Barkley was in it, who played Jay from The In-Betweeners. I feel as though he wasn't used enough. He was an okay character, but it just felt like a Jay light character from In-Betweeners. Which, to be fair, he's sort of been typecast as that sort of character, even in White Gold on BBC Two. If anyone watched that, I highly recommend that show. If you like sort of the 80s vibe, it was such a good show. White Gold from BBC Two was so good. The soundtrack was brilliant. But there isn't really much to talk about for me for Orphan 55. It really was just a filler, and the sort of reveal that it was Earth all along and that it was due to climate change and pollution and all that felt severely forced in at the end. It was just it just took away from the story. It's like, oh, Chris, you're writing this episode, but we haven't put a subliminal message, or we haven't pushed an agenda this week. Let's rework that, yeah? Yes, Mr. BBC, I'm gonna rework that for you. Let me just put an agenda in. It's like, it was just stupid, in my opinion, that they just poof, the planet that they were on isn't just like a fucking asteroid or a moon or a dead planet. It was just Earth. And it also, I saw a lot of news articles, apparently it like broke Doctor Who's like timeline as well. So that it's weird how this series in like the first 3 episodes have sort of gone from last season where it was just sort of ignoring its continuity until they mentioned Unit, to this season when they're bringing back the Master and Gallifrey where they're embracing continuity again, to then sort of throwing out continuity again. Which I feel as though with Doctor Who, I want to give it a pass because continuity has been changed so many times in Doctor Who. Like, you just have to look at the regeneration cycle for that. How I'm pretty sure originally it was like you get like 10 regenerations or something, and then it was changed to like 12 or 13, and now she's got a whole new regeneration cycle. The characters were alright. There was no real standout moments for me, to be honest. The whole sort of, I think Yaz was a bit jealous of Ryan for liking that other girl, and their story was kind of just boring to me as well. The mum and the daughter. It was just meh to me. It was just a meh episode. That's all I can really say. I've drawn on long enough about this episode. Next week it will be Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I'm looking forward to it. It could be an interesting story. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.